All right, this past quarter, I had the worst quarter that I have had in well over a year. So let's talk about it. First, my name is Nick Massini. This is Nick Wholesales Houses, and I have this channel to teach y'all how to wholesale and flip real estate, baby. Escape the matrix. What do you want to do? Let's get into it. All right, so by far the worst quarter I have had in well over a year, okay? I thought I was going to make 300 grand this past quarter, and I did not make anywhere close. Oh my goodness. I was on such a run too. Every month I was doing like 60, 70 grand, and I just tanked. I did half of that, okay? I was doing like this whole quarter, I was doing like maybe even 30 grand a month this quarter. And with my expenses in my business, I'll tell you what, my profit, it was not great. Promise you that. And the reason that this happened, really, there are two reasons, and we're going to get into them, okay? And keep in mind when people say, oh, I do X amount a month, or I do Z amount a month, a lot of times they're factoring in what they did for the whole year, okay? It's just one quarter. It's not the end of the world. And you know what? Last year, I did so much better the second half of the year than I did the first half of the year. So these things happen, okay? And it all averages out. So, but what happened, okay? Full transparency. Two things. Number one, I had too many eggs in one basket as far as marketing goes. And then number two, I was not marketing in the right areas, okay? I was trying to get my cost per lead down too much and marketing in areas where, well, let's put it this way, there was a reason why the leads were so cheap, and I suffered daily, okay? So let's go over number one. Number one, I was doing so well with PPL, I decided, screw it. I am going to put all my focus into PPL and just dive into this and rip it, okay? In theory, great idea. And if I was having the same experience as I was having last year with PPL, I would have kept going on a run. However, they clearly changed something with their algorithms, or not even their algorithms. They changed something with their actual ads themselves, because immediately I was getting much different quality of leads, okay? And a lot of these leads I would really talk to. I was on the phone with for a bit, and I would ask them, what kind of forms you filling out, once I determined that they were garbage, right? And what I found is that my lead company that I was going through had switched, and instead of getting people that were looking to make a decision, they were getting mainly info seekers, okay? And when I would ask people why they were selling and ask them what types of forms that they were clicking on, it seemed that the company went very deep into sell your home without a realtor, okay? Most of my leads that were coming in were people looking to sell without a realtor, and those were the forms that they were clicking. They did not want to sell at a discount. They were not remotely motivated. They were cheap, number one, and number two, they were trying to sell it for more than it was worth, okay? So PPL is really, really great. I love PPL as a concept, okay? But you cannot just rely on one PPL company. They all have their pluses and minuses, and they all switch. They all try different things. And while I had a great 2 quarters with this PPL company, last quarter was terrible. It was all information seekers, okay? So, maybe I was spending 10 grand a month, but I'll tell you what, I wasn't getting any deals. There was all garbage leads, all info seekers, no one looking to make a decision, okay? I got, not that I didn't get any deals, but the deals that I got, either number one, I have deals that have been under contract now for months, and they're not closing until midway this quarter because their timeline was so far. So no one motivated. The people that did want to sell, I did get them under contract. So I'm pretty dang efficient, but I'm not closing on them for so long. They all had long timelines, and the reason was that they were relocating. Anyone that says they're relocating, it's off the rip. You just know it's not good. It's not an actual motivated, quick, sell my house as is, sell my house cash type of seller, okay? And the next issue that I ran into this quarter was I was spending a lot of money in Philadelphia. And what I learned by doing this, is that, oh my goodness, my contract fallout rate, at least in Philadelphia, is insane. And not that I was getting deals under contract and being unable to sell them. I don't really do that. It's not really in my business model to lock up deals too high because I'm going after such big spreads. In this instance, not that that doesn't happen either. That happens every once in a while, okay? But I was getting deals, I was assigning them, and then when they would get to the closing table, like about to be getting to the closing table, we would find out these sellers, they had owed so much on these houses that they didn't realize, right? They owed way more than they thought that they owed, and the deal would just die at the settlement table. So I went 3 for 6 in deals in Philadelphia County, and I was going so deep into Philadelphia County because my cost per lead in the suburbs where I really like to market got so high. I was used to spending between $250 and $300 as my average cost per lead. So many people got with my PPL company that it drove the price where in order to get a lead, I'd have to spend in the $400 range. And to get a deal usually takes me somewhere between 15 and 20 leads per deal, depending on the month. That always changes. So it really does. And it changes with the quality of the leads, okay? So, oh my goodness, it was just getting so expensive. Like, whatever, I'll get these cheap Philly leads because the Philly leads were only like $200. Whatever, let's rock it. Did I get deals? Yes. Did I assign them for a nice little spread? Yes. But did they actually close? No, they didn't close because the titles were so dirty. They were so dirty. There are areas in Philadelphia County where it's not that ghetto, or they're even really nice. And targeting those areas, very, very good. So with outbound marketing, Philadelphia County is great because you can just target the areas where you can make a lot of money. But for PPL or PPC even, you can't do that. It is just countywide. And a lot of the leads that come in are super, super North Philly, maybe super, super West Philly, like very distressed areas where man, these places are cooked. They've been cooked for years. And also Philadelphia County, like any utilities, oh man, they hold that against the property. It could be a piece of vacant land and they bill it for water every year and then hold that against the properties. Like these people don't know that, and they're inheriting these properties that have been vacant forever. They owe more in water than the house is even worth, and it's very, very common. So bing, bang, boom. Between having terrible lead quality and also between marketing in the wrong area, I had a rough quarter, baby. The worst one I've had in a while. So what we're going to do now is I'm switching over. I'm still going to be doing the PPL, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to take a good amount of that budget and I'm just going full into my own PPC through an agency, right, so that I can better control the actual search terms that I'm bidding on, so I'm getting better leads. Sell your house without a realtor is like the worst search term that you could pay for, okay? The worst. That's literally the worst, all right? Oh, also, they were using terms like sell my mobile home. I swear, this past month, half of my leads, if not more, were mobile homes. It's crazy. So you can't rely too much on these PPL companies. You gotta keep them honest. You gotta keep switching them around. None of them are honest. They're all lying to you. And that's fine as long as you can get 1 in 15 or 1 in 20 deals. It is what it is, right? But you got to switch them around and keep them honest. They're lucky to have you, not the other way around, okay? So there we go. I'm going to do more PPC and ideally just do completely PPC so I can be in control of the search terms I'm bidding on, so I have better lead quality, people that want to sell as is or people that want to sell their house fast and at a discount, okay? That's number one. And number two, I'm not going to be marketing in Philly in these areas, right? Well, at least with inbound marketing, okay? Will I still do outbound marketing over there in the correct areas? Yes, I will. I'm going to do that, baby. I'm going to do it, okay? Can't help it. I love Philly. I'm a Philly beau. I'm not going to stop. So there you go. That is what happened. Man, I did real bad this quarter. Oh my goodness. I'm spending that money. Because you have to think, if I'm doing 30 grand a month, right? I'm spending 15 a month. That means that my profit's only 15 grand. And then think about this. I'm going to pay taxes, dummy. The IRS takes this Serious. So I got to put money away for taxes. So what do I get? 10 grand? I mean, like my profit was 30 grand this quarter. That's terrible. That's not enough for I might as well get a job. What the heck? So there we go. That's what happened. Full transparency. Even guys that are great at this business have bad quarters. It's not the end of the world. It's very funny though. I was convinced going into that quarter, like going into Q1, I had well over 100 grand in escrow. Like first month I was making 100. Like we doing this, and then a lot of those deals died. Kept getting pushed off, still haven't closed, And then, oh man, yeah, second month was just the lead. It was unbelievable, the lead quality. Unbelievable. I took 10 grand and I lit it on fire, bro. Oh my goodness. I got no PPL deals my second month at all. Oh my goodness. Or no, I got one. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I got one. And then same thing. The third quarter, I got none. But my outbound marketing, I got a couple deals with my outbound marketing, so it was all okay. That saved me. My outbound saved me. But yeah, my PPO was trash this month. Philly trash this month. But outbound and the suburbs were great. So there we go. This quarter though, PPC, still doing the outbound, but switching to the PPC and no inbound marketing in Philadelphia County, back to the roots, back to the suburbs, back to big quarters and big spreads. Happy hunting.